In this video, we'll be taking a look at using Shape Tweens in combination with a mask. We'll be animating a striped ball rotating, using a mask, and looping the animation. The advantage of using Shape Tweens over classic tweens is that you can have the lines curve and deform as they travel around the object. Open a new file in Animate. Extend the timeline by selecting some frames and hitting F5. Now name your layer. Next, click on the oval tool and select the outline and fill color that you would like. Draw a circle on the stage, select it, and hit F8. Make the symbol a graphic symbol and set the transformation point in the center. Go into the ball symbol, name your layer, and extend the timeline. Make a few new layers above your current layer. One of these will be a mask layer, and the rest will be for your lines. To set up the mask, select the ball, copy it, and paste it into the mask layer. Lock all the layers except for the mask layer. You can do this by holding Alt as you click on the lock button beside the layer. Select everything by pressing Ctrl A and go to Modify, Shape, Convert Lines to Fills. Select the black outline on the mask and delete it. By converting the outline to a fill, this makes sure that the mask is the correct shape and size. Now right-click on the mask layer and select Mask. The layer affected by the mask will be indented under the mask layer. If any of the line layers weren't affected, select them and drag them under the mask layer. Fill in the mask with another color so we don't mix it up with our base layer. I find it useful to lower the opacity so we can see through the mask. Lock everything except for the line layer you want to work on. You can draw your lines past the mask since we'll be masking the ball. Draw a curved line on the left side of the ball, then make a new blank keyframe by hitting F7. Then draw another curved line on the right hand side of the ball. Make a blank keyframe in between the two other keyframes and draw a straight line. Select the keyframes in between those keys, right-click, and hit Shape Tween. If your lines aren't tweening correctly, you can correct them by adding shape hints. You can reference my Introduction to Shape Tweens video if you'd like to know more about this. I'll link it in the description. To add more lines to the animation, select from the first key to the last. Hold down Alt and drag the selection to an empty layer below it. This will make a copy of your animation. Offset the start position by a few frames. The more frames you offset it by, the more time there will be in between each line appearing. Do this for as many layers as you would like. Now I'll show you how to loop the animation. Find a point where the max number of lines are on the stage. Make a new layer above the mask layer and create a blank keyframe by hitting F7. This will mark your place. Scrub through the frames until you find one that is as close as possible to the frame you just marked out. Shuffle between the keys to see if they're pretty much the same key. Find the first blank key, then underneath it, select and key at all your line layers in one column. Do this for the next blank keyframe as well. Create a new column of keyframes just before the last original column. This will make sure everything works right when you loop it. From the last column of keys to the end of the timeline, select everything and clear the frames. Do this by hitting Shift F5. Select the loop section from column to column. Hold down Alt and paste this chunk of animation just after the section you copied. Do this as many times as you like to extend the loop. Now the ball should have the line starting to appear, then loop after. If you just like the lines to spin without them starting, just move the loop section to the start of the timeline. Select from where the loop restarts and clear all your keyframes from there to the end. Now exit the symbol and make sure that the symbol is set to loop on the outside. You'll find this in the Properties panel. Extend the timeline for as long as you would like it to loop. It's possible to change the style, thickness, and appearance of the lines. Before doing that, I'd recommend keying out all the frames of your finished animation. Select all the frames and hit F6. This will prevent any issues with your Shape Tweens. Alternately, you can animate the line from the beginning with the line style already applied. For how to apply line styles, check out my video Animate CC line styles, and art brushes. Now that you have the interior of your symbol working, you can animate the outside of the symbol if you'd like to. That's it for Shape Tweens with masks. If you have any comments, questions, or tutorial requests, please let me know in the comments. I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you in the next video.